Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. And we are here for the Spfl transfer roundup on the 4th of July. It is the 8 a.m. of the 15th of July. But you know what? Better late than never. Business is getting slow. But did we start with some rumours, or did we start with a confirmation of a signing for Dundee United? Well, I've spoiled it, so we may as well go into it. So, Dundee United have signed winger Amar Fatah. Jim Goodwin says he's a real coup, and that the fact he's a player that thrives in 1v1 scenarios. We feel Amar will excite our supporters with pace, creativity, and quality in the final third. End of quote. He made his debut for AIK 17 with the Stockholm club, selling him to Troyes in France for €5 million, 4.3 million in the summer of 2022. He has since spent a season and a half in Belgium with Lamel and was at Dutch club Willem last term, as 17 of his 22 appearances came from the bench. So again, not setting the world alight, but it is a Dundee United loan signing, folks. I mean, I don't really know what people want to expect, but he's 21. Guy's got a lot of potential. I mean, he's kind of lost a few bits of that potential in the last couple of years, but the reality is, folks, they're managing to deliver and bring in a guy that has obviously played for a lot of clubs across Europe, and it looks like a decent one. 21, that is just a loan. It's not like if this guy comes good that they're going to be guaranteed and be in the money, Dundee United. But again, Rangers, I've seen a lot of great loan players come in at Rangers and have a great season, and if this guy can just come in and give a great 12 months, then I don't think Jim Goodwin will be complaining too much about it. So that's a good move there for Dundee United to bring in Omar Fatah. But moving on to Rangers, may as well talk about it. So Trabzonspor are seriously interested in 28-year-old and Rangers and Scotland centre back John Souttar. So my problem with John Souttar, right? Just know when you're consistent enough. Is there a place for John Souttar? Yes. Can Rangers win a league with this guy being the starting centre back? I mean, I would lean towards no. I don't think it's impossible, put it that way. But Rangers are obviously in the middle of a rebuild. And for a rebuild to be 100% a rebuild, you kind of need to replace every position. Unless the person in that position excels. And for being honest, I don't think any centre back at Rangers has excelled for a very, very long time. So John Souttar's definitely not coming into that category. Is Souttar a good option to have for the bench? I think Souttar for us would be a perfect like third choice centre back, the rotation guy. When one of the other two get injured or they get tired or whatever, I think that would be good enough for a John Souttar. But because obviously it would mean less games for him, and hopefully he would be able to be available more. I think the problem is with Souttar, and we've seen it with Balogun, is they are just they were just relied upon too much. Whether it was due to injuries or whatever. Well, I tell you one thing, it was down to Robin Proper. Robin Proper just not living up to the hype. Leon Balogun last season, if all went well with Robin Proper, would barely have played as much as he did. And John Souttar, well, he probably would have played less if, Proper was good and you could have played people next to Proper, but people get rushed in. That brought on injuries. But as for Souttar, he's had a couple of years at Rangers. I mean, he's won a few trophies. I say he's won a few trophies. I believe he's actually won one trophy, hasn't he? He has. Because we were going to sign him in January 2022, but we refused to pay the money, so we didn't get him. And then obviously he was a part of that Hearts team that we beat. He actually played pretty good in that game. He's won a League Cup with. Hopefully by the time he leaves, he's won more. But if this deal happens in the next couple of weeks, then I don't think we are winning anything, my friends. Absolutely hee haw. Well, I don't think he'll be winning anything, is what I'm trying to get at, because we can't win we can't win anything in the next couple of weeks. It's December at the earliest, and by the way, later on the day, the Premier Sports Cup match day 2 gets well and truly underway. Norwich, though, they've expressed an interest in Celtic winger Yang. He signals his intention to explore a move amid interest in England and Europe, but the Scottish champions have yet to decide whether to let the 23-year-old South Korean international leave. Well, it's not it's not blue tinted specs here. I just don't think Yang's all that good. And is he a decent option to have from the bench? Yes. I mean, I think at points Yang looks really good, but then there's about 7 games in a row where he will go missing and not do anything. And that's not the kind of guy you want coming off the bench. There's no sentimental value. It's not the James Forrest show where, oh, who cares if James Forrest is 48? It'd be cool if we brought him off the bench and he scored a goal for us. That's kind of the vibe you get with James Forrest. For Yang, I'm just not feeling it. He's had more than enough time to deliver at Celtic, and he's not really done it. So again, I think he will be moved on probably. Moving on to Rangers, back to Rangers. Crystal Palace winger Jezorun Raksakiye is linked, obviously, with a loan move. Looks like we would be a loan because I don't see us paying the 8 to 10 million valuation of him. And what else is here? I mean, there's a lot of talk about Brendan Rodgers and his future, but we kind of talked about that earlier on, or yesterday, sorry, in the Chris Sutton vid. No, I tell you what, there's a lot of news. So, partly Stuart Armstrong could make a move back to Sheffield Wednesday. There you go. And I think that's where we're going to do it. Leave it. There's not a lot happening, man. Hopefully Tuesday or later on the day has something more in offer, in store. Come on.